Is Sutton Stracke or Sutton Brown, how should we call her now? I think Sutton Brown, right? About to get into a lot of trouble related to this whole Avi situation. We need to talk about it because there is a lot of tea, a lot of chatter around these streets in Beverly Hills, okay? And we need to talk about it. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. If you are new here, welcome to Beverly Troop, where I keep it real and I mention it all. So make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell, okay? And if you're a part of the old gang, if you have not done it yet, make sure to go to the notification bell, turn it off, and turn it on again, okay? So you do not miss all the tea that is happening. And you know, since my YouTube drama, well, we need to keep it real, okay? Before we start, guys, very quickly, I want to give a shout out to a new partner that I have been trying, and I kind of wanted to let you guys know. Recently I decided to stop drinking alcohol. I have not drank since November. It's not like I'm gonna go sober forever. It's something that I'm just trying right now. But I have always struggled a lot with the fact that I suffer from social anxiety, and I, sometimes need some liquid courage, especially in very social occasions, to go out there and put those inhibitions down, right? And since I stopped drinking, I was like, how I'm gonna be doing that, And I saw this product on the internet, and I was like, I wanna try it, and I did, and it really worked out. And I reached out to them, and now we are kind of working on this little sponsorship together, okay? So this is Audi, okay? This is a really good product that literally I don't know, it puts down that puts down that barriers, that doesn't allow you to explore social events. It's very weird, they literally call it courage powder. And it's just like a little powder that you put on a drink, or on water or whatever, and you drink it, and you take it 30 minutes before a social event, and then you literally feel like you have mental clarity, your mood gets better, and then you start feeling a lot of social energy. This is not gonna make you feel drunk. This is not gonna make you feel high. This is nothing like that, and this is literally just natural stuff. I mean, it has taurine, L-theanine, macuna, it has a lot of things, and it really helps you out. I don't even know really how to explain it. I think you will have to try it, but I think with all of the technology that is going on in the world, it's a great thing to have if you, like me, suffer from social anxiety and you want to get it, so go and check it out, okay? This is the name of the company, Audi. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna work with them in an actual partnership to see if I can get some discount for you guys. Right now I'm just giving them a shout out because it's really good, and for me, it has been working out. All right, guys, so let's talk about this mess. All right, so there has been a lot of chatter going around on Beverly Hills, and of course on the Bravo community, about what really went down with Avi. And there is this stories going around, and they're trying to say, oh, Avi did something wrong, and Avi got fired because something happened, right? But the problem is that Sutton has not giving any clarity as to what went down. Her story has always been I didn't need an assistant anymore. We decided to part ways. It was very amicable until it wasn't. And I'm at the beginning, it's what do you mean that it was amicable until it wasn't? Even you end things on a good term, or you just don't, right? And now that, there is, of course, this story going around, that supposedly the firing was related to something that happened with Venita from Southern Charm, because Venita was in New York and she was going to stay on one of Sutton's apartments, and apparently the apartment was not ready, and Sutton allegedly blamed Avi, and there was a whole fight, and apparently that was the reason why he got fired. But Avi thought that it was not gonna be a big deal, and even Jennifer Tilly thought that it was not gonna be a big deal, and it was just gonna settle down, and then everything was gonna go back to normal, and that didn't happen, and then Avi ended up being fired. And I'm like, wait, so you have an assistant for 13, 14 years and you're gonna fire him because something happened with an apartment for someone else? Like, that doesn't really make any sense, So this is a story that they're trying to put out there. I have been trying to be very careful because I have heard so many things related to this situation around Beverly Hills from several sources, and I have heard things that could be very damaging, and I just don't want to put them out there without having any verification, because I just don't believe in gossiping that way, So I'm just gonna give you what I have heard from multiple sources, related to this. I'm going to tell you right now, we don't exactly know the real reason why Avi got fired. But there is this other rumor, that Avi signed an NDA, and that he is not capable of talking about this. I heard that this is true. And you will say, why will Avi sign an NDA? Like, what really go down with an NDA? With an NDA goes around the fact that allegedly Sutton had to pay money to Avi. Okay? So the whole thing will be Sutton pay Avi to shut down any conversations, and Avi received that money, and Avi had to sign an NDA in order to not lose that money. Okay. I have heard reasons of why Avi got fired, and those reasons are, weird, but I just don't want to put it out there. Again, it's part of some things that could be very damaging, and I just don't want to put that out there, until we know for sure what is going on. What I believe is that the money that Avi allegedly received, is not because he had to shut up about why he got fired, or maybe not only that, it's because he has held the secrets of Sutton for 14 years. Okay. I also heard that Sutton offered him an amount of money, and Avi was like, oh, no. You want my silence? You want to betray me like that? You want to fire me after everything that I have done for you for 14 years? Then you are better going to pay. And I heard that allegedly the sum of money that had to be paid at the end, we are talking about 6 numbers. That's a lot of money. But to be very honest with you, if this is true, and that I love my girl Sutton, and I have rooted for her before and all of that. But if you are gonna fire someone who has been your assistant for 14 years, yes, you are better gonna have to pay that man to shut him up, from spilling any tea that he could put out there, The problem is that this is Beverly Hills, and Beverly Hills is a small town, Kyle Richards said it all the time. you know so secrets are not gonna stay secrets for a very long time, and I believe that even if these things are not coming from Avi's mouth, believe me, they are coming from all of the people around who are working through all of these deals. you know um Now, Sutton is a reality show that is very powerful, specifically Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. All right. There is a lot of chatter around that, and the fans are asking for answers. To be very honest with you, I don't really think that we care that much about Avi. And I think a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, get your money, whatever. If we don't see him again, we are not really gonna care about Avi, right? But what we do care is the transparency coming from Sutton. So my advice to Sutton will be to get your story straight between you and Avi. Because, if it's true that you already pay him, have a conversation with him of how are we going to tell the world what really went down. Because the story that she's trying to put out there, first of all, is not media trained at all. One day she's saying one thing, the other day she's saying another thing. She's saying this thing to one person, another thing to another person. Is not adding up, And you should be doing this better. You should be really putting all of your ducks in a row before, you start talking about it, because that's what Bravo fans really care about, is transparency. Is we want to know why did you fire someone who worked for you for 14 years and who everyone around says that he is this amazing man who is incredible. So why are you gonna fire him? Did he steal from you? Did he did many things wrong during a long period of time that you finally have to say, like, I can't deal with this anymore? What happened? There must be a reason why you fire someone who you trust so much, to the point that you have to make him sign an NDA because you could be afraid that that he's gonna spill some tea. And I'm gonna tell you why do I believe that it could be true, is because this tea, I'm sorry, is because Avi will have spoken by now. I think Avi will have said something by now if he wouldn't have signed an NDA, right? I don't know if you remember that Avi was at a premiere of, I think it was Garcelle's. There was a lot of chatter during that premiere, and people were mentioning a lot of things. So Sutton girl, get ready, because I know you think that money could shut him up, and probably shut him up, but it's not shutting a lot of people. There is a lot of chatter, and it could be bad. That's the only thing that I'm saying. Pretending that something doesn't exist doesn't make it go away. You know what I mean? And I want what's best for Sutton. I want her to, like, deal with this from now, and just nib it, just like finish it, so we can move on from this storyline. But you are not making sense, and that's what people don't like. So anyways, that's what I can tell you right now. I'm hoping, I'm still, I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people, so, like, we're definitely trying to get to the truth. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will let you guys know more when I know more for sure. So let me know, and if you're gonna get all the tea related to the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills or any of the other Bravo shows, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.